Alrighty, folks, we are currently recording this on July 4th, which means we are on day 4 of what is a 4-day weekend for folks. And Beth, I don't know about you, but I used to do something on long weekends that most people don't do. I used to write lots of offers because most of you have gone away and you're not doing the
Yeah,
work. What are you doing? So what do you think
no.
about shopping on holidays?
I think it's a wonderful idea because it's sort of an ace in the hole because it's a ghost town out there. So I was talking to another agent on my team yesterday. I'm still out there working. And I mean, I met some folks and got a new listing yesterday, and I'm talking to folks today and here we are doing this, and um I think if you are willing to be out there right now, you are going to get opportunities that won't be there later. And if you can get people when they're distracted, that's a great time for opportunity. So, and some of the feedback I had heard was that open houses have been really slow. It's been just
Crickets.
crickets out there
Yep.
this weekend because everybody is gone. This is the first year that everyone has been really traveling since I
Mhm.
think since COVID. I think this is the highest
Yeah,
level of travel since
it
COVID. I've
is.
been hearing SeaTac, our
Correct.
airport here in the greater Seattle area, has been just bananas trying to get through security, with hours long lines. And it's just everything is past capacity with travel. And so that means people are not at home and they're not looking necessarily at houses for sale. I think this could be a great weekend to get something under contract. It doesn't have to be this weekend, but it could be
Yeah.
any holiday weekend. It could be that week between Christmas and New Year's. I remember one time years
Yes.
ago, I was showing a house in December and the agent was there and he's like, "Wow, you're working in December?" I'm like, "Of course, like
Yeah.
this is always
Yeah. What
working."
are you talking about?
So,
Crazy.
and I'm not telling people don't go have fun. I think if you want to keep your productivity up, if you're in this business where you make your own business, if you're doing real estate investing or sales or anything, I think it's important to be intentional about when you're on and when you're off.
Yep.
I think this in between time, you can lose a ton of productivity. And they do say a lot of businesses do lose a huge amount of productivity in the summertime because we're distracted. People want to be off and doing fun things. And when I'm talking about business, I mean, like, it could be, again, like your real estate investing that you're looking at investing, that business or whatever it is that you do. If you drift too much in the summer, number one, it's hard to get your momentum back later. So much productivity is lost in the second half of the year by summertime, people just letting go of everything, that when
Mhm.
you come back and try to build it up again, it's hard to get the momentum going. So
Yeah.
what I recommend for myself and my team members is to, if you're going to take time off, say when you're doing it. And then, I'm taking this week off, and then just be gone.
Yes.
Somebody else can answer the phone, do the things, check out things for you. But, when you're back, you're back. So schedule your time on and off very intentionally. And when you're here, and it doesn't take much. Like you and I were here on 4th of July doing this, and we're
Yeah.
committed to doing what we do. Some might
Exactly.
say crazy, but I will
Yeah.
go with committed. So,
Yeah. No,
we're
yeah,
doing it,
doing the work,
you
daily
know?
discipline. It's
Yeah.
why we're successful. And when we take time off, I go to Asia for a month. Guess what? We don't record for a month. It's okay. But it
Hmm.
was declared. It's not some magic day. That's what always got me, right? 4th of
Yeah.
July, 4-day weekend. I mean, just last year, I declared that I was going to get a property out of the MLS because everybody was taking off November and December. Sure enough, I got
Mhm.
two.
Yeah.
It's just,
It's just a contrarian way of thinking,
yeah,
and when you were gone, you still were putting out content too. It's not like the channel just stopped.
right.
So,
But yeah, yeah,
but there's ways. So you can, but I would say if you as a buyer are willing to put in a little bit of time to just take a look at what's out there. I have an agent on my team writing offers in really hot areas for a client looking to get into contract right now, where they might get in without competition. Where our previous video was just talking about how, some listings are
yeah,
selling way over list price. So
yeah.
in the core areas. So zig when others are zagging, I know it's been said before, but you just want to be, greedy. It's kind of like the greedy, fearful thing, or that we're not talking about greedy and fearful. We're just talking about distracted versus focused.
Yeah, it's really to me, it's just being willing to do what others won't.
Mm-hmm.
Most people were so excited about this 4-day weekend that if they were house hunting or investors, they haven't even looked once.
Mm-hmm.
I've looked this morning already,
Yeah.
right? Again, just realize that holiday seasons, 4-day weekends, shoot 3-day weekends, your competition goes away. Take a
Yes.
shot. Take a
Mm-hmm.
shot. It just never know. I mean, I actually went back and audited my purchases several years ago, and most of my purchases were October and November. It's just the slow season. Take your
Mm-hmm.
shots, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty interesting. So yeah, it's always interesting what people do on holidays.
Yes. And so, and I see it every year. People get distracted, or it's predictable like clockwork.
Yeah.
And when everyone else is doing something, you just want to go the other way. I'm not saying you can't go have fun too, but just take a minute to look, and stop by, and I went and looked at a
Yeah.
house that I thought might be in my buy box, and ended up not being a fit. But I'm like, oh, this came up for sale. I got to go
Yes,
check
go
that
look.
out,
Yeah.
you know? Plus
That's
it's
awesome.
fun, So it's like, of
It's
course
a
I want to
game,
go
man.
look at it.
It's a
Yeah.
game. It absolutely is a game.
Yeah.
Yeah. So very wise advice, Beth. Again, if you're gonna go, be gone, be gone. But there's nothing magical about this 4-day weekend. If you're in the business of buying your first home or an investment property, it is the zig when others are zagging. I like to fish where there's no other fishermen. And you'll be surprised how dormant or lack of activity there is over 4th of July. Beth,
And
where can people find you?
yeah, so I can be found at bethtraversogroup.com, and you can also find me on Facebook or Instagram at Beth Traverso.
Awesome. Thank you so much.